to do to me?
Hey, man, you pulled a knife on us.
Let us meet your people, and we'll do a lot of business.
What is this?
We're setting it up as a pawn shop and stocking it with all the unclaimed stolen goods we can find.
About $100 for this set.
The going rate is 50. You know it, and I know it. Oh, you look like you've had a rough day. 5 minutes in the jacuzzi, and you'll feel like a new man.
Good evening, Miss Lambert.
I think she was hoping it was you who parked the car. Hey, guys, take over. We want to take a break.
Hey, gang, don't forget all these eats. I mean, real Iranian caviar. Cynthia. Oh, Cynthia. Oh, honey, I'm so glad to see you.
Well, I answered your invitation, Prudence. If I said I was going to be here, I'm certainly going.
Yeah, but you would be amazed. Nobody has your good manners. I mean, you'd be surprised the number of people who didn't show up here.
Miss Clark, I'm afraid we're running low on champagne.
Well, that's impossible. I mean, we've got less than half the people that we expected.
It was my error. I'll pick up 2 more cases.
It better not be on the bill.
You gotta watch these people. They work every ripoff in the book.
Well, Mr. Ellis is supposed to be very good. The best.
And his prices he better be. Come and have a little drink, honey. Help me drown my sorrows.
No, a little sherry, please.
Sherry? I'm gonna be stuck with 8 pounds of Iranian caviar. Do you know how much that is in 12-carat diamonds?
I couldn't say, never having seen 8 pounds of caviar or a 12-carat diamond.
Don't snow me, honey. Now, the way I hear it, your old man made big spending a high art. Now, he already owned most of Lambert Hills when I was starting in pictures. Base to Patrol Unit 1.
Patrol 1, over.
Have a barking dog complaint, Beckerman House. Check it out.
I'm on my way.
You guys take a break. You got 15 minutes, okay?
$16 houses, Bill. 16 past year.
Why don't you talk to the guys in burglary? You know those guys. You worked burglary when you were on the force.
Yet they're no better off than I am. I mean, this gang hits hard and it hits fast. They know when the people are out of town. They know when they're out for the evening. They only take the best stuff.
What are you doing here? Thought you took off this morning.
Tomorrow. This cop has some paperwork to clean up. The last thing I need is to have Bill come by with any old excuse to keep me from going to that seminar in San Francisco.
They're into my clients for over $1 million. Bill, I need help. I happen to like my job. Like to keep it.
Beats working out of South Central, huh? Chuck, listen, why don't you go home? Let me call you later tonight. I just might have an idea.
Yeah.
Well, Sergeant Anderson. Just the beautiful police person I was looking for.
Forget it, Bill. There is my beautiful hotel reservation. Here is my gorgeous airline ticket.
Are you suggesting that I am trying to come between you and San Francisco?
Like Fresno, Crowley.
Yes, of course. That'll be fine. Thank you very much. I've got everything arranged. You're going to spend 48 hours in Madrid. You'll have a private tour of the Prado and a visit to the Cathedral del Isidro.
Terrific. Me in a cathedral.
Oh, and a box at the bullfights.
I did a picture in Spain in 65. And those bullfighters should stick to bulls.
All right, Prudence, what is it? What's wrong?
Nothing. Everything's great. My agent called and they're casting a couple of pictures with stars who look like stars again.
So, now what's your commission on the whole schmear?
That has nothing to do with anything.
Oh, come on, honey. You went to a lot of trouble.
Put your checkbook away.
Look, Cynthia, I've got to square myself. Now, I don't have too many friends, and I can't afford to hurt you.
Well, you will hurt me far more by writing that check. Now, what about the symphony? I can still book you for a season subscription.
Prudence Clark, the brunette bombshell. Honey, you are thinking of Audrey Hepburn.
Well, some of the oldest, most respected families in town subscribe to the Philharmonic.
Can't they sleep at home?
Oh, Prudence. The Philharmonic is a marvelous place to get to know the right people. Make new friends.
Do they have a bar? Just a little place where I can get a glass of champagne. In between symphonies, of course.
2 bars.
Hello? Oh, hi, Cynthia. Yeah, the party is still set for Thursday night, Lampert Hills.
Prudence Clark, 2634 Woodbine Lane.
Prudence Clark. That's interesting.
Our hostess of last Saturday night, the Lush.
Hey, darling, what about these fishing reels?
We're running here, pawn shop or a sporting goods store?
We'll take him. Any cameras left?
No, I took them all, Fred.
Okay.
Yeah, look.
Well, this is Sergeant Anderson, Investigator Royster. This is George Crossland from People's Western Insurance.
I'm
Yeah,
Stout.
Stout.
Here's a-
Pete here rented a store on the west side on Brentshire. We're setting it up as a pawn shop and stocking it with all the unclaimed stolen goods we can find.
What are you doing, Sergeant? Moonlighting?
Yeah, well, we expect to lose money, as a matter of fact. See, we're going to pay top dollar to every thief in town for every piece of stolen goods he brings in.
Yeah, it's not exactly Fisherman's Wharf, but we're going to meet a lot of interesting crooks.
Well, I hope your department's budget can stand it.
That would be nice. See, you're going to get People's Western and all the other top casualty firms to back us up.
Hey, wait a minute, Sergeant. You know, dealing in stolen goods is not exactly our line.
Isn't it? Don't you try to buy back insured items at a fraction of what you are supposed to pay out?
We're going to pay 1/3 replacement value. That way you people still save 2/3 of your costs.
This is crazy. But the economics are still there.
Yeah, I thought you'd think so. We put you down for 20%.
Who's coming up with the other 80%? Oh, I gather you expect me to deliver the rest of the companies in this area.
You talk their language.
Listen, think about it. Get back to us as soon as you can, will you? And incidentally, if anybody asks, be sure we're on your negative list.
Real no-nos.
Look, if you people ever decide to change your occupation, let me know.
Will do.
Bill, this, Lauren Davis, what if somebody checks with Paris?
We're covered. Interpol's got her under wraps.
What kind of wraps?
How about the Bastille?
That's a wrap.
A lot to remember for a lousy $50.
Asa, for $50, I expect the word to be spread all over town, especially the West Side. Now remember, the lady's name is Lauren Davis.
Wow. She's here from Paris. Terrific connections. She used to ship to New York. She wants to deal in real high-class goods. For Japan. Paintings, antiques, bibelots, sculpture.
Asa, wait a minute. What's a biblo?
Bibelots. You like that? It's a personal touch of my own.
Just keep it simple, Asa, okay? Now, look, the lady works out of a pawn shop on Brentshire. You got that? That's Brentshire.
Brentshire.
I want it passed around fast, okay?
Right. Crowley, for the same 50, you can still have the bibelots.
I can't pay you $1 more. When can you ship it to New York?
Paul, you're undercutting the price you paid for our last shipment.
It's a new deal. The police are circulating stolen goods reports all over the East. I have to protect myself.
We've been good to you, Ross.
Shut up. I won't have you begging from him.
Don't put on airs with me, young lady. We're both thieves.
Ellis, I want you to get everything out of here immediately.
Going out of business, Cynthia?
Going out of doing business with you, yes, Paul. Goodbye.
Well, if you change your mind.
I shan't.
How do you read me, Peter?
I read you loud and clear, Joseph. But business is slow.
Hi. See anything you want?
Can I see this?
What, this right here? You know something? You have very good taste. This is marked down from $250 to $149.50. It's a lot of money.
Yes, I know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi. I got this here terrific stereo for sale, just for you.
Really, I listened to it this morning and the sound is just beautiful. Perfect.
I was supposed to get a check, you know, but the mail's all screwed up.
Joe, stand by.
Aren't they always?
Got you.
But this here's a good set. It's, you want to know how much I paid for it?
Yeah, I know exactly how much you paid for it.
Hey, man, let's split, huh?
What's wrong? We didn't do anything wrong.
Relax. I'm hip. You boosted it. You want to fence it.
Oh, man.
We can usually get about $100 for this set.
The going rate is 50. You know it, and I know it.
You can't kill a guy for trying.
Here's 50 for the stereo and 25 for passing the word we're looking for top quality antiques and paintings.
I don't want the word being passed in the wrong places.
What do you think, we're crazy?
I think you're hypes and can't be trusted. Adios.
Well, at least it's a beginning.
Right about now, Joe should be getting the license.
That was nice of him to leave the lights on. It's not gonna stop us from doing our work.
Get going.
What is this? Ah! Yeah, leave. Ah!
She's out cold.
Let's get out of here.
Shut up! Let me go! We've lost 90 seconds. Now get what we came for.
Hi, miss.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your name? I forgot to ask you last time.
Donnie.
Donnie. I like that.
What's yours?
Lauren. What's this? Where'd it come from? Want to sell it, right? Okay. $15.
Put it on the necklace, please.
Layaway? Okay, pal.
Hi there.
Hello?
The word on the street is that you're doing business.
Where'd you hear that?
Like I said, on the street. It's around. But you know, one thing that isn't out on the street is you.
What's that supposed to mean?
What it means is the way you look. You know, they told me you were a blonde, but they didn't give you any credit.
Maybe that's because we only deal in cash. Ha!
Ha!
Look, if you're here to talk business.
There's business and there's business.
You feeling a little romantic, mister?
I was just starting to tell a lady that, and there's a business transaction you might be interested in.
What kind of business?
You got a back door?
When we need it.
Or would you need it for 5 color TV sets still in their cartons?
I'll see you in the alley.
Okay.
Business is picking up.
I'm not so sure.
That's it.
Here you go, Tommy. 5 bills.
It's a pleasure doing business with you. And Maybe we can help each other sometime.
I've got some heavy buyers interested in moving antiques, paintings, you know, the expensive junk.
Hey, lady, I'm into hijacking and warehouse jobs. I wouldn't know one antique from a piece of junk.
Oh, you got friends, don't you?
Doesn't everyone? I'll see you. And especially you. I'm looking forward to seeing you again.
We'll be in touch.
I think you got yourself a fan.
It's a pawn shop, isn't it?
Did you give Joe a call?
He got a message from Bill. Crooks working Lambert Hills hit again last night.
This is exquisite. Han Dynasty. And that tart used it for flowers. This Matisse was in the house when we lived there. I remember my father buying it.
Miss Lambert, the rest of us think we should lay low for a while.
I don't. This wasn't on my list.
It's solid gold.
Get rid of it. Look, I don't know, drop it in an ocean somewhere, but get rid of it. It's engraved with her name. Do you understand, Bobby?
Nothing settled.
Look, I'll manage to dispose of the merchandise somehow. I've put a lot of money into each of your pockets. Remember that.
So then the wife says, we got the money now. Now we can live in Lambert Hills. She lays out almost $100 grand on a lot of them, antiques and things. And then these lousy bums rip me off.
Yeah, I read the police report, Mr. Bischoff. I just thought maybe there might be something you could add.
What else can I tell you? The wife suddenly got the idea the best people are in Acapulco. Acapulco, you know what that means to me? There's Xochimilco quick step. But that ain't bad enough.
Excuse me. You were out of the country the night you were burglarized?
Yeah, we were in bed down in sunny Mexico. You know what this lousy little trip cost me? 35 G's. 35 G's!
So the Bischoffs were in Acapulco. Prudence Clark was supposed to be at the Philharmonic. The Lavens were at the Dodger Stadium. And the Mongados were in Europe.
Something for me to check out, huh?
Might keep you off the streets.
This is a hell of a way to look when a handsome dude comes calling.
I think you look terrific, Miss Clark. I might as well tell you straight out, I'm a big fan.
Cut it out, Sergeant.
No, I mean it. I don't think you've changed since the days of Waterfront Girl.
I didn't think anybody ever saw Waterfront Girl.
I think I've seen every picture you ever made.
Thank you.
How about it? You feel like answering a few questions?
It only hurts when I breathe.
It's a nasty-looking bruise you got there. I understand you were supposed to have been at the Philharmonic last night.
Yeah. But I changed my mind at the last minute. I called my escort and told him not to bother to come by.
Could I have his name?
Well, why do you have to drag him into this? He has nothing to do with it.
I'd like to have his name, Miss Clark.
Well, Sergeant, to tell you the truth, there wasn't any escort. You see, most of the guys that I know are not really into all that long-haired stuff. And the guys that are interested in it, well, they are either after my name or I have to burp them.
Well, there must have been a few people who knew you were going to the symphony, right?
Oh, sure. My hairdresser, manicurist, at least 3 dress shops.
Okay, I get the picture. When you're feeling better, Miss Clark, why don't you try to remember all the names of the people you might have talked to? Give me a call, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you can think of something you forgot to tell the men from the burglary detail.
Well, there was something about the guy that hit me.
You said you didn't recognize him. He was wearing a mask.
Listen, I've been an actress for 15 years. Back when you didn't have to look like a freak to get a job.
Yeah, I hear Glamour's coming back.
I knew I was gonna like you, Sergeant.
Anyway,
Anyway. Well, when you're an actress, you have to study people. You have to see how they move and how they carry themselves.
You had a chance for all this last night?
Well, I had about a second and a half before he dropped the Empire State Building on me. But there was something that rang a bell.
Miss Clark?
Too many birds. Using the inside of my head as a landing field.
Yeah, well, listen, if you think of anything, here's my card.
Don't call me, I'll call you. And if you're ever in this Tony neighborhood again, why don't you drop by? I make a terrific cup of instant coffee.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, friend?
Just give me back my bracelet.
Might burn your fingers.
Now listen, if I don't meet your people, we go to the cops.
Give me that bracelet.
You don't want to use that on me, friend. I told you it was going to burn your fingers.
Hey, what are you going to do to me?
Hey, man, you pulled a knife on us. I don't like that. But maybe the cops will. Now, if memory serves me correctly, I believe that's assault with a deadly weapon.
All right, I blew my cool. Look, I wasn't going to hurt anybody. I swear. I'll do anything. Please.
That's an expensive bracelet. Where'd you get it?
I found it. It was lying in the street.
We're looking for expensive items like that. You think you could find any more of those on the same street?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, man. You already got one out. Don't blow the whole ball game.
I don't know what you mean.
What I mean is that every pawn shop in town has a police list of every item stolen, including this bracelet.
You're gonna have a lot of trouble moving this stuff. Now, we're well connected and we can move merchandise fast. Let us meet your people and we'll do a lot of business.
I can't tell you that.
Can you tell us how you happened to pick this particular shop?
Word gets around.
Who sent you?
Look, a friend of a friend.
Name?
Asa Price.
Asa Price? No way, man. He's a middleman. As the lady said, it's your people we want you to introduce us to.
I told you, I can't tell you that.
Here's your wallet. Bert, what's the number of that West Side police station?
Oh, wait. All right. I'll go see him. I'll talk to him.
Good. Catch.
No pro would ever try to hawk this thing.
Then we're lucky. That means we've got a rookie trying to break into the big leagues.
You know what I could do?
Yes.
I could put the surveillance team on this urban character.
I'd rather not, Bill, just in case the kid does call. This is as close as anyone's come since they went into action.
Have you noticed how we're starting to get a pattern?
Mm-hmm.
Almost everybody who's been burglarized has been what you'd call a newly rich. People who've lived in the Lambert Hills area for like 3 years or less. Have you noticed that?
If the gang does call, I might have to borrow a Nisi officer. Yeah, Joe?
Hey, Bill?
Yeah?
Got an urgent message for you. Lady just phoned, says she wants to see you.
She's not again. I just left her 2 hours ago.
Well, she says she's got some new information for you, wants to see you tonight.
Yeah. Thanks.
She's about as subtle as her last picture. You know, the one about the elephant stampede?
Idiot! You greedy fool! I told you to throw that bracelet away.
I'm sorry, Cynthia. I guess if it weren't for you, I'd be nowhere.
What about these people?
I don't know. They seemed anxious to make a deal.
Might be worth looking into.
But we don't know anything about them.
Maybe you can find out.
Yes, I can phone Paris.
Over here, Sergeant. Oh, you look like you've had a rough day. 5 minutes in the jacuzzi and you'll feel like the new man. And a glass of champagne won't hurt either.
Yeah, I think I'll skip the drink, thanks. Look, I was told you have some information for me, Miss Clark.
Hey, with you, it's Prue. And you're right. This isn't the right place for a drink. Hand me my towel, will you? No. Let's go up to the house. I have got a dress I want to show you.
I didn't come up here to look at a dress.
Honey, I'm just lousy with clothes. I mean, I have no dress sense at all. And I really want to look chic, and you are a man of such taste.
Prudence, I'm on duty. I'm very busy. Now, you can't call me every time you need company.
Billy, I know you're on duty, but this is important. You're taking me to a party next week.
A party?
Yes. Tuesday night. And remember, when we get there, I'm the gal who brought you.
Prudence, you are a very nice lady.
Oh, I know that very nice lady stuff.
Do you know how many burglaries there have been in Lambert Hills? I mean, you're not the only one who's been ripped off. Do you have any idea how many people I got to talk to, how many people I got to interview?
Yeah, but how many of those people have seen those guys? How many can identify them?
I don't know. You tell me.
Only one, me.
Sure you can. That's what you keep teasing me. Look, I got a job, and that doesn't mean that I can run up here every time you can't find somebody to...
To what? Oh, you better watch it, honey.
Prudence, I think you are one hell of a dame. I mean that. I think you're a hell of a dame. I think you're 20 miles ahead of all those people you run with. But I'm a cop, and right now, I got a case that's killing me. I just don't have time to go to some dumb party with a bunch of dumb people that I don't want no dumb part of.
Well, that's just too bad. Because you can go right back and tell that boss of yours that you were so busy protecting that lily-white body that you missed the chance to see the guy who slugged me.
Prudence, did you remember something? I mean, have you got a name for me?
Now all of a sudden you're interested.
Sure, I'm interested. Look, I blow off. I'm sorry. I blow off steam. I'm a direct guy. Say what I think. Let's start over. You got some information for me?
Yes.
You want to lay it on me, please?
Look, I've seen him before. He was at my house the night of the party.
The guy who slugged you?
Yeah, but don't ask me who the people were who were here, because half of them I've never seen before. But they'll all be there next week.
At this party?
At this party.
Okay, you just got yourself a date. Now, you want to go in the house? I'll take a look at that dress.
Boy, they sure are pretty, you know?
Donnie, that's a very expensive set. Maybe you'd like to have something else.
I thought you liked them.
I do. They're very beautiful, but...
Here, let me see how they look.
Okay.
Lauren, you got the prettiest ears.
Thank you, Donnie. Another $50, and the set'll be yours.
They're for you.
Pete?
What's that?
It's an invitation to an art exhibit.
Right on schedule.
You like it?
I'm not sure, but it's good. You see, I don't know what I like, but I know what's good.
You sound like you might be a dealer.
Not strictly in oils and sculpture.
Any other works of art?
Not strictly those either. Although I am interested in acquiring a Matisse pencil sketch, 22 inches by 18, a Durant charcoal, a Mitchell Johns.
You have very Catholic taste.
My customers do. As a matter of fact, I can move practically any antique. Porcelain, silver.
You know good porcelain?
If I could lay my hands on a Han Dynasty bowl, blue flowers, circumference 6 inches, I would be willing to pay $2,500.
That's very generous. Friends in Paris tell me the Lauren Davis they know has always been fair.
They tell you anything else?
Just that Lauren has dropped out of sight for the past few weeks.
Time to move on. Are you in the business?
One might say I'm a collector.
I'd like very much to see your collection sometime.
You shall, Miss Davis. You shall very soon.
It's hard to get down. Cynthia Lambert, one of the old line families in the city. Her father built Lambert Hills.
Yeah, well, we checked. Practically everybody who was ripped off either made travel arrangements or ticket reservations for that particular night through her travel agency. And don't think she's doing it just for kicks. Her old man died broke. Tell him, Joe.
Yeah, he blew every cent he had in a big resort development in the desert.
Well, this past year, little Cynthia's been making up for it.
Your pawn shop has really paid off for us. We've passed along 19 suspects to burglary, and Tommy Court's going to be picked up when he meets Pete. But the one I really want...
You don't have to spell it out.
You weren't supposed to bring anybody else.
Mr. Tanaka is going to take everything you people have. Ready?
I don't know.
I do.
You bring a truck?
Did I bring a truck?
Tanaka's a big importer in Tokyo. His customers are screaming for everything you have here. You've seen everything, Mr. Tanaka?
It's so. I take you set the price.
You heard, Miss Lambert.
Yes, I have a list of prices right
Just
here.
give me the bottom line.
How delightful. The bottom line, as you put it, let's see, should be about $100,000. But for what's here, $40,000.
Bert, start loading the truck.
Miss Davis, you realize...
Oh, I understand, yes. All our transactions are to be cash. Now, how soon will you be able to show me some more merchandise? And I mean, really good stuff.
Well, maybe you would like to make the selection yourself. You seem to know Mr. Tanaka's tastes.
I'd like that.
Then we'll set it up for next Tuesday evening, and I'll contact you. And wear something dressy.
Thank you. I want to thank you, Gene. You were great.
Sure. More fun than working juvenile. Say, where's Pete gonna take all my goodies?
Police property room.
I should have brought my own car. This thing drives like a truck.
No class, honey. Anyway, who ever heard of a police car with a built-in bar? In case I didn't mention it, I like your car.
You didn't.
Thank you, Clara.
For what?
Your continuing compliments about my new dress.
It's real red.
It's quite all right, Miss Davis. Any friend of Cynthia's is always welcome.
Thank you. Everyone in the world must be here tonight.
Well, everyone in our world, at least. Except the Bergs. They flew to New York.
Yes, I know. I booked their flight. Of course.
So, how is Portofino this year?
Wonderful. You really must come next year.
Yeah, I'm really gonna try.
Excuse me.
Nice meeting you. Cute girl. See your friend anywhere?
Not yet, but I'm looking.
Is it always like this?
Charming, aren't they? In their funny clothes and their loud voices, small talk.
I'd like another drink. Could I get you one?
No, thank you.
vodka martini, please.
Why don't I freshen that for you?
Good idea. And this time, make it champagne.
Gonna change your luck, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just give me a glass of champagne, please, and Scotch mist.
Got a nice tie.
Thank you. Let me try.
Nice party, too.
I just got here, actually. I don't know anybody here.
You alone?
No, I'm with the lady in red. All the fellas go for the lady in red.
Sorry she's so ugly.
Well, you get used to it. Thank you. I checked your Fargo out before I picked up Prudence. You're coming through nice and clear.
Good.
I got 3 units on station. Joe and Peter across the street.
Try to have a good time.
I'm gonna try.
It was a terrific party. Oh, excuse me. Come with me.
Here you go.
Who's the girl?
What girl?
Don't play dumb with me, Crowley. The classy little blonde in the black pantsuit.
Oh, that girl.
I may be high, but I'm not completely blind.
She's an acquaintance of mine.
You never told me you were in Vice.
Put this on.
How clever. Using a catering truck to get us to the other house.
Pete, I can't hear a thing.
You made the flight reservations, right? That's how you knew they'd be out of town. This operation, it must take in a lot of bread.
Mommy, illness. My father never built his town for people like the Bergs. There was a time when...
Did you say Bergs?
That's what it sounds like.
You better check it out.
All they think now is it takes money. I could smash them all!
This is 12Y50.
Put this on. And these two.
Would you believe my husband paid $28,000 for that car? $28,000. Well, that's the price of 2 ordinary cars. And yet, every time I park it, I can't start it. Park, no start. Park, no start. It's maddening.
Bill, it was the parking attendant. The blonde parking attendant.
Of course, it makes sense. Hey, stay here. Just stay here.
Like me. How do you feel about jacuzzis?
What do you hear from Pep?
She mentioned a family called the Bergs, but there's 7 of them, Bill.
Yeah, we've been trying to find out which one of them's been out of town.
Try him again.
Okay.
You people move fast. Is Ellis an electronics expert?
You're not here to ask questions. You came to make your own selection.
I don't have to see any more to question your taste.
The truck is loaded except for that box.
I deliberately left something of tremendous value. Now you pick it out.
Hey, what is this? I've given you an awful lot of money.
Pick it out. I'll give you a little help. It's in that cabinet. That's a good choice, Staffordshire. But that's not it. It's a fake. I knew it, Rafe. She's with the police. They've heard everything.
Police, freeze!
Okay! Hold her up. Put your hands up against the wall. Back.
Bill! Ellis got out the back door.
Freeze!
Halloween's over, buddy. You have the right to remain silent. If you give up that right, you read it yourself.
Well, we got the whole Lambert Hills gang under indictment. Tommy Court is copying a plea, and now they're rounding up the rest of your customers.
Great.
And the chief is very happy.
That's fantastic.
You know what should we do with these?
Oh, Donnie's stuff.
All right, hand it all over. I want it all back. And don't give me any trouble or I call the cops. Donnie's told me everything. This is where he brought my stuff, and I want it back now.
Are you this kid's father?
That's right. And I have a list.
Clock, radio, toolbox, camera, wristwatch, it's all there.
We'll need a receipt, of course. You think you're getting off easy, pal. No son of mine.
I wouldn't be too hard on him.
Look, please, miss, just keep out of this.
Listen, friend. You see, we're police officers. Now, we're glad you showed up. Otherwise, we'd have had to track you down.
Donnie brought this stuff in to put this on layaway. He was buying that for his mother.
Listen, the next time you get an idea like that, talk it over with me. You might find you have a partner, okay?
Okay.
Well, at least you got good taste. Thanks.
Bye, Donnie.
I don't want anything from you.
That little incident on the beach tonight is going to cost you another $10,000.
Yes, he's a friend.
A separate room type of friend.
Have you ever been in love?
Hold it, police!
Debemos saber más esta semana. El dinero viene desde Suecia.
You,
Aren't we going to order something? I'm starved.
unless you can order and eat in 5 minutes. And in this place, it takes the waitress 5 minutes to find the menu.
Well, I'm hungry enough to try. Hi, Phyllis.
Jeez, I can't take you anyplace.
Phil, they're Marines. You remember what it was like, don't you?
Remember, are you kidding? I'm the only guy on our ship who had pimples.
I don't believe that. Can't we at least order something to go? I'm so hungry.
No, drink your coffee. We gotta go. Lights due in. I'll get the coffee. 64 cents for 2 coffees? You gonna get the tip?
Semper Fidelis, fellas. How come I never heard of this Lemke?
Frank Lemke, you've heard of him.
I don't think I've been keeping up on my intelligence bulletins.
No, this guy's over the hill. He did 10 years joint time on an income tax brief. I don't know, I guess he got out about 3 years ago.
So, why the big effort?
It's no big effort. It's just you and me, sweetheart.
That's because Pete and Joe are smarter than we are.
How can I be smarter? I'm the sergeant.
Because they don't answer their phone on their day off.
Wait a minute.
What?
It's Donald Lance.
You know him?
Sure, so do you.
No, I don't think so.
Sure, this guy was working intelligence when you came into CCU. No, maybe not. It's just about the time he quit.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He's been working as a private investigator.
Bugging device was found. Bugging what, I wonder?
There he is. That's our boy Lemke.
Flight 419 from Trenton, New Jersey. Now arriving at Gate D.
Any problems? Nope. I'd say everything's just fine. All right, take it to my room. Hey, come on, Sally. Let's play, huh?
Been a long time since I had a steak here. 15 years, to be exact. You know, I didn't know the place would still be here. Well, with all the freeways they're building and all.
You had me drive 40 miles so you could eat here, at this place.
You know, that's what's wrong with you younger people, Vinny. Too interested in exterior things, clothes, cars. It's what you can't see, what's on the inside that counts.
Well, I don't blame him for stopping here. It's a great seafood district.
Listen, I've got to go to John. Will you order for me a New York medium salad, no potato, and coffee?
No coffee, bad for the nerves. Try the milk.
But you sound like a TV commercial. Okay, make it milk. We should be there in about an hour.
He make any contacts yet?
No, not yet. But he will.
Well, keep in touch. Things could get a little tight.
You're telling me.
I'll say one thing for the gentleman. He sure picks nice places.
Yeah, but what does he pick them for? That's the key question.
Well, as long as there's good food.
So this is why you...
She hasn't changed a bit, has she?
It's been a long time, Frank. Leave her alone. You can only cause her problems.
Vinny, mind your own business. Stick to tennis.
Registry.
She's beautiful.
Miss Tracy Connors.
I
Sensational.
saw her once at the Grove about 5-6 years ago. She's great. I have a couple of questions.
Shoot.
One, who is Lemke's handsome friend?
Handsome?
2, what are they doing here? And 3, what do we do now?
For your first 2 questions, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. To number 3, now you know why we brought our luggage. We're checking in.
Separate rooms this time, please.
Honey, I'm just trying to keep you on expenses. Besides, what if my shoulder goes out? Who's going to massage my muscle?
It's time you learn to massage your own muscle.
Mr. Guerrera's table, please. There he is.
Well, that's very interesting.
Hey, Frank, you couldn't have picked a better location, huh? What a place. Hey, let's have some dinner, huh?
We ate. Drinks would be fine.
The heavy-set one?
Mm-hmm.
You know him?
Yes, ma'am. That's Ralph Guidera. He was indicted in a big real estate fraud last year. This guy's been on the edge of organized crime for years. Looks like he's shooting for the big time.
Hey, Vinny, I understand you're playing in the tournament. Maybe you can give me some pointers. You know, the pro here charges $25 an hour. Imagine that.
Poor baby, you need a loan?
No, I got other things to do with my money.
Yeah, I bet you have.
I found out who Lemke's friend is.
Who is he?
It's a guy named Vincent Bass, a tennis pro. I think he's down here to play in a tournament at the hotel.
And just how'd you find that out?
Some very clever police work.
Anything else?
Yep. I called the office. The guy's got no local record. Oh, and I talked to the old man, and he said, find out what we can. He's sending Pete and Joe down tomorrow with some bucks. That's how I can afford the wine.
Finally, a paid vacation on duty.
Miss Tracy Connors.
Lover, one lovely day, love came planning to stay. A green dolphin street supplied the setting for nights beyond forgetting. And through these moments apart, love remains in my heart. When I recall the thrill I found on, I could kiss the ground on green dolphin street. Lover, lover, one lovely day, love came planning to stay. Green dolphin street supplied the setting for nights beyond forgetting. And thrills these moments apart, love remains in my heart. And I recall the thrill I found on, I could kiss the ground on Green Dolphin Street.
Hello?
You blew it.
What are you talking about? Who is this?
There's a third tape, Guidera.
Who is this? Now listen, damn it, come on.
We have the third tape.
I'll contact you later about money.
You gotta work on that backhand a little.
You noticed.
Are you waiting for a partner?
No, I gotta warm up some more.
How about a game?
Well, how good are you?
Good enough to straighten out that backhand.
You're on.
Vince Bass.
Pepper Anderson.
Do you come here often?
First Live. It's really beautiful. You work here?
No, I'm playing in a tournament here next week. I thought I'd get used to the courts.
Oh, no! With my backhand, I've met a tennis pro. Oh,
Frank, these are the key men who'll be working for you. Lemming, casino operations manager. Troutman, accountant and financial operations. Salazar, security. And Posner, he'll be our communications expert to your old East Coast operation. Now, here's how it looks. We've got enough votes on the city council to ensure passage of the ordinance to legalize the casino. That's cost us $75,000 already.
Oh? Who put up the $75,000?
I did. We've got to get things going. Now, as soon as we start operation, we tie into your old operation, and we're in.
Nah. You want me to put $3.5 million in front. All right. Let's talk percentages.
We figure your cut would amount to $15 million the first year.
Now, I don't want you to confuse age with stupidity. I figure this operation should net $75 million a year.
Got a big overhead.
Overhead. You're asking me to put up 75% of the capital, plus use my East Coast contacts for 15% of the action. You better get to work on your figures.
Yeah, well, maybe we did overestimate our contribution. I'll check it out with the rest of the guys.
Yeah, you do that.
Was that your boyfriend at dinner last night?
we're teachers. We're here for a state teachers conference. Yes, he's a friend.
A separate room type of friend.
What would the school board say?
I don't know, but I bet he asked. I would have.
What kind of work do you do?
Changing the old subject, Gambit, eh? Well, I really don't work. I just play a lot of tennis. I think we're called tennis bums.
Bet you get to travel a lot, huh?
I guess so.
And those friends with you at dinner last night, they're tennis bums too?
Miss Anderson, you were watching.
You ought to be.
No, those gentlemen are business associates.
What kind of business?
Speaking of dinner, how about tonight?
You didn't answer my question. I got a rock in my shoe.
You didn't answer mine.
Okay. I'm late to a meeting.
8 all right?
8's great.
Miss Anderson.
Looks like we got a pretty good set of 5 here. What'd you find out about him?
Not much. He travels a lot, various tennis tournaments.
That's it? 2 hours, that's all you can tell me? He's a tennis bum?
What's that supposed to mean?
Saw you out there on the terrace. Looked like you're having a pretty good time, kid.
Sergeant, you think I've never seen a great-looking pair of legs on a guy before?
Just another passing fanny, huh?
Bill, Bass seems like a very nice guy. He's fun, but that's it.
What are you getting so defensive about?
I'm not defensive.
You're defensive, kid.
You asked me, and I'm telling you.
Do you mind if we talk business now? I tell Limke, the Guadera suite. They had some kind of a meeting.
What about?
Now, how do I know what about? When Pete and Joe get down here, maybe I can start tailing some of these guys. I might even get a look-see into Bass's room.
I'll do it. It'll be easier for me.
A lot more fun, too.
You get those prints into town.
The game's gotten a little rusty.
Yeah, well, I haven't played for a while. Busy with this.
Speaking of that, how's it going, Frank? Everything in order?
Yeah, we're talking percentages now. I think it's going to be a good investment.
Maybe too good.
Hey, Vince, you know something I should?
No. Just call it vibes, Frank. And you've been out of this game a few years. You got to be careful. We all have a tendency to get a little rusty if we haven't played for a while.
Yeah.
Frank, come on in. What's up, huh?
Let's talk.
Now, can I get you something, huh?
Yeah.
Frank, we went over the figures. You were right about the percentages.
That's not why I'm here. Explain everything to me, Ralph. Tell me about the whole operation.
Yeah, but Frank, you know everything already.
Explain it to me. Explain every detail.
We open a casino in Cabazon near Palm Springs. Small operation, nothing to get the Vegas boys upset about, you know? Then maybe later we open a couple of more, like a franchise. Yeah, but you know this already. What's the matter, Frank?
A friend told me you're holding back.
Okay. Some of the guys thought that we'd work a few ladies on the side, you know, just for their entertainment value. No profit, you understand?
I'm not sure I do. There's something that ain't right. Like an itch. An itch I can't scratch. You better be straight with me, Ralph.
You heard. What do you think? Does he know anything?
Yeah, my guess is he knows something. But if he doesn't, he's not going to stop checking until he does.
Yeah, but who? Who talks to the old man?
It's Bass, man. It's got to be Bass.
Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe Olson here better take care of him, huh?
Oh, excuse me. Could I trouble you to unlock my door? I left my keys on the dresser.
I'm sorry, miss, but you have to get the key from the front desk. I am not allowed to open the rooms.
I'm late for a teacher's meeting. It's about to break up, and if I get caught, well, you understand. Please, I just had to get in a game of tennis.
Sure, but please do not mention this to anyone.
Thank you.
Yeah?
I'm glad I got you.
What is it?
I need you down here right away. There could be trouble.
I'll leave right now.
Don't turn around. Just keep walking.
How's your elbow?
My elbow is fine. My tennis is rotten.
Well, what would you like to drink?
Scotch, but heavy on the water.
That'll make two of us. You know, I've always liked this place. It kind of makes me feel as if I'm living in another time.
Sometimes I wish I were.
Vodka tonic.
Pass me those chips, please.
What's bugging you?
Not a thing. It's bugging me.
And why are you so uptight?
Who's uptight? I'm not uptight.
That's what I mean.
Joey, stay off my case, please.
Tracy. Can I buy you a drink?
Not a drink. I have a show to do.
Well, will you sit for a minute? Come on.
That'll be nice.
This is Pepper Anderson.
Hello.
Tracy Connors.
I love your singing.
Oh, thank you. How do you manage to always be with the most attractive woman in the place?
They just go for my serve. Frank, will you join us for a drink?
I called your room 3 times. Come on, we go to my table. We gotta talk.
Frank, there's nothing to be said. It's all been said.
Look, we can talk at my table.
Please, this is where I work. You're hurting me.
Hey, Frank, come on, relax. Sit down and have a drink. Come on.
Stay out of this, Vinny.
Frank, you've wrecked my career before. You're not doing it again. Now get out of here.
You better stay with her.
Thanks. Would you play piano for me?
Sure I will. Will you...
Just a tennis bum.
I'll be right back.
Feelings, nothing more than feelings, trying to forget my feelings of love. Teardrops rolling down on my face. I'm trying to forget my feelings of love. Feelings for all my life I'll feel it. I wish I never met you, boy. You'll never come again. Feelings, whoa, feel you. Whoa, I wanna feel you. again in my arms. Whoa, feelings, whoa, to feel you again in my heart. Feeling.
Vince? What's with Tracy and Frank?
Tracy Connors. She was headed for the big time once. She had it all.
What happened?
She fell in love. She was subpoenaed to testify before a Senate committee investigation on organized crime.
Testify about what?
Her association with Frank Lemke. She was Frank's girl. The big time. But that was back in the 50s, and it just about destroyed her career. No one would touch her after that. Today, she'd become a celebrity and write a book.
Right. You care about her, don't you?
She's a friend.
That's nice.
Pepper,
Oh, you scared me.
I've really enjoyed. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's fun tonight, right now.
I feel the same way.
Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
You know, it's funny. I've always felt I was immune from something like... Well, I guess we all have our own image of ourselves.
Are you afraid of getting hurt? Yes.
Possibly.
Uh-huh.
I guess I've been ducking too long. But Pepper, I'm glad that you're here with me tonight. Don't move. Stay down.
Is this the guy? Yeah, that's the guy. Highway Patrol said he must have fallen asleep at the wheel. Broke his neck.
Is he friendly with Daris?
Associate. That's what the manager says. Jim?
What about Bass?
Well, we ID'd him through DMV, and his real name is Barcelona.
Oh, really? Why don't you tell me something I don't know already? What does record show?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
The CII?
Bill, we checked everything. There's absolutely nothing.
The FBI. Did you check the FBI?
Hey, come on, William. We did a thorough check. He doesn't have a record. He's clean.
Yeah, well, there's something going on here, and Bass is right in the middle of it. And we're going to find out what.
What's his predicament?
Pepper.
Hi, Pep. How'd it go?
Someone took a shot at Bass.
Where was he when it happened?
We were walking along the beach,
What were you doing on the beach, Pep?
doing what I get paid for, be a cop.
Okay, so what happened?
Well, we were... Look, someone took a shot at him about 200 yards from the hotel. In case anybody's interested, he wasn't hit.
Did you get a look at who fired the shot?
No.
Pete, you want to lay it on her, what we found out about Bass?
What about him?
Well, we ran a make on his prints.
Well, what are you trying to tell me?
His key name came back, Bazzaloni. Remember that newspaper story about Lance, the retired cop?
Yeah.
Well, they matched up Bass's prints to a set they found in Lance's room, and right now he's a major suspect in the case.
Homicide couldn't connect the name with the prints until we showed up.
What kind of gun was Lance killed with?
45.
Pep, did you go have a look-see like we talked about? What'd you find? What'd you find, Pep?
A 45.
That little incident on the beach tonight is going to cost you another $10,000.
Are you crazy breaking in here like that? Now get out of here before I have you busted.
That'd be your second mistake. The police might want to listen to a little tape we have.
You're getting to be a nuisance, Bass. You know, I don't think I can miss you at this distance. You can count on it. Burglary. Isn't that what they call it? You came in here and you got shot.
Put that thing away before I shove it down your throat. My partner is holding that tape. Now just think, Ralph, you stupid, miserable slob. I was sitting at the table when he called you.
Prove it. I want to hear it.
I could play it for Frank. He might enjoy your big plan.
You're crazy, damn it. Prove it or get out.
Mexico. Let's just say the real investment lies in Mexico.
All right. No more games. How much? I want that tape.
$50,000.
All right, you got it. You'll have it tomorrow.
Hey, Tracy. We could have a nightcap and talk. There's a lot of things we got to talk about.
Frank, there's nothing to talk about. Those years are gone. Why don't you just cut it off and stop living in a memory?
You're going back with me. I can give you anything you want. Big house, security, money, everything you always wanted.
Frank, I don't want anything from you. Forget it. Jose! Would you send Mr. Herbert over?
Care for a little company?
Girl talk? I'd love it.
You know, I met you once backstage at the Grove a few years ago.
You're kidding.
You probably don't remember, but you were wonderful.
Thank you.
I didn't know whether or not to interrupt.
Oh, it was nothing. It was just reliving an old nightmare.
Frank Lemke.
Yeah, Frank Lemke. I need him like I need a bad case of laryngitis.
But you were close once?
I was. But Frank's the kind of man that you shouldn't really get that close to. I think you understand.
Sure do.
And then again, there's Bass.
Tracy, what can you tell me about Bass?
What do you want to know?
His connection with Lemke.
You're asking me if he's a crook?
I guess so.
I don't really think he is. He just likes to hang around with the big gamblers and party and all the broads and that. So. Do you know anything about astrology?
A little, I guess.
What's your sign?
I'm Virgo.
Well, Bass is a Pisces, so that should tell you something.
Man, I sure dig the way she plays that piano.
Yeah, you get something like a glass of milk?
They just put the old man to bed. Bartender almost threw him out.
Thanks.
Would you turn?
Little blackmail. Bass put the screws to Guidera for $50,000. I think it was $50,000. This game's getting rough.
How'd you find all that out?
Bass. Say this much for him. He's got a very unusual way of opening doors.
Where's Pepper?
Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper? Pepper
guess you went to bed.
Bob Landon. I'm with Criminal Investigations.
What the hell is going on down here? I swear this thing's got more angles than a pipe fitter.
We have developed information that Gadara is putting together an organization for distributing Mexican heroin to the East.
Mexican heroin?
We've had a tail on him for about 3 weeks.
Wait a minute. How does Lemke fit into all this? I mean, according to his file, he's not even involved in it. As a matter of fact, not only is he not involved in dope, but he's been on the outs because he wouldn't handle this stuff.
He doesn't know.
Are you serious?
The boys back east want his bucks. See, when he was on top, Lemke salted away almost 20 million in Swiss bank accounts. Now, the syndicate wants that money back, and only Lemke can get it. But he won't deal in junk. That's why they had Gadara set up this phony casino operation.
Just how tight are you guys into this thing?
Pretty tight. We've got a snitch right in the middle.
Snitch? You don't mean Bass?
He's working on a forgery beef. How did you guys get into this?
On a day off. A lousy day off. What happens to Bass if Gadara finds out?
He's got big problems.
How'd you finally sleep last night?
You know. Is Landon calling the shots?
That's his snitch, his case. As far as I'm concerned, we could pack up and head home. Chief wants us to hang around and lend a hand. We should meet Landon in about 10 minutes. I gotta make a stop. His room is 127. I'll see you there when you get through.
Okay.
Excuse me, miss. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm sorry about last night.
You're not going to tell me, are you? What you're doing?
What I'm doing has nothing to do with you. Look, why don't we have dinner tonight? We'll talk about it then, huh?
I don't like chasing shadows. Let's see what the day brings, okay?
Sure. I'll see you later, okay?
Vinny!
The money just showed up. Let's do it now, huh?
Okay, I'll get it and meet you down on the beach.
All right.
Your name, your money. That's what they wanted, Frank.
Who's involved? Calling the shots.
Ralph Gadara. He's using you like you're some wet-nosed punk kid.
You bring what I asked for.
Okay, good. Well, I think we should have this wrapped up today.
Where's Pep? She should be here by now. Yeah, room 227, please.
bring it? Relax. You're a nervous wreck. I got it right here.
Old Town, site of California's first permanent Euro...
You're not very bright, Vinny. How much you tell Frank, huh?
I know everything. Now, however you're involved in this, I'm gonna...
Hold it, police! No, Crowley! He's mine.
Got a better break than he gave Lance.
All right, let's go. Over, come on. Over. Let's go.
Hey, Landon,
Yeah.
what about Bass?
Well, as far as I know, he hasn't broken any law.
Just who the hell is Vincenzo Basiloni?
He's a cop.
He's a cop?
He's one of my agents. So was Donald Lance. I recruited them both. Lance when he retired from your department.
And Bass?
Well, Bass grew up with some rough kids. He ran with some criminals. He was a natural. Lemke liked him, and that's how we were able to keep a line on Gadara. And through Bass, we've been able to keep informed on what's happening in various crime circles. But as far as the rest of the world is concerned, Vincent Bass is just another tennis bum.
Can I at least tell Sergeant?
No, Crowley. Especially not Sergeant Anderson. I'll see you.
Where do you go from here?
Vegas. Big tournament there next week.
Vince, just what are you?
I'm a tennis pro who just happens to have some friends who are crooks.
You have a funny sense of humor.
Pepper, I know you're a cop. I've known it ever since the time you were in my room.
Doing my job doesn't make the rest of it a lie.
I know. You don't have to explain to me. Pepper, we run in different circles, you and I. It just wouldn't work for either of us. You understand that, Pepper?
Yeah, I understand.
Well, I wish you could explain it to me.
the bill's going out. I want to know why.
Shanna?
Oh, my God. And she was lying there unconscious.
Unconscious or dead, Mrs. Fayette?
Hold it! Hold it right there.
I'm not trying to do anything.
I've had it. It's just too much. And if you don't lighten up, we're heading right for a war.
Is that what you want?
I didn't say that. I said this whole world is one hassle after another, and I won't take it.
Well, if you'd slow down, you'd see you're doing the whole thing in your head.
I don't want to hear that ever again. What is it with you? You're going to start this every time like clockwork when I'm ready to split?
Paul, all I asked was why you'd have to buy another one.
Why?
You can keep your voice down.
The hell with the neighbors!
Don't upset the baby, please.
The baby? What about me? God, it's killing me.
Sorry,
All you're trying to do is bug me to death. I am dying in this house.
only...
Asked why I'd buy another guitar, right? Well, it's because guitars are the way I pick up the bread to feed this family. It's my job, my work.
But that's an acoustic. You can't even use it.
Well, maybe I could use it for a little pleasure around here. It's more than I've been getting from you. You're nag, nag,
You're
nag,
the one
nag.
who's always complaining about bills. And
You better, are you gonna get up? Are you gonna get off of your... Are you gonna get off?
You don't like it.
Not particularly, no.
I can tell. Pepper, this is the commissioner's niece, and these are freebies. It would be nice if you looked like you were enjoying it.
I will when she starts smacking him.
Oh, yeah. Listen, could the sergeant have another bottle of champagne, please?
Excuse me, is Mr. Royster here?
Right over there. That's Mr. Royster.
Mr. Royster?
Telephone, Mr. Royster.
Pete, it's you, Mr. Royster.
Oh, Mr. Royster. A classy joint.
Don't forget the champagne.
This will be your tailor. I think your new overalls are ready.
I hope so. Hello.
Hello there, big boy. I had a little trouble tracking you down, but I made it.
It's amazing. This is the mystery lady with the furry voice.
Peter.
Yes, you certainly did track me down again, didn't you?
You don't mind if I call you Peter?
Absolutely not. I rather like it. It's a lot nicer than Mr. Royster. So, what's happening, my darling?
Peter, I want you to know this. I can't stop thinking about you. I try, but I can't.
It's a common ailment. I'll tell you, I have a prescription that I know you could use. But in order to fill it out, I'm going to have somewhere to send it. And also your name.
All that is irrelevant. Totally. The thing is, I adore you, Peter.
This is absolutely amazing. I don't understand how she understands where I'm at. Do you know that last week she actually had me paged in a health food store?
Maybe she's after your macadamias.
Don't fight it, lover boy. Obviously, it's bigger than both of you.
Listen, did you at least get her name this time?
No, all I know is that she said to me that I cannot live without you. Right, Pep?
Well,
Yeah, I can understand that. I think maybe she just crashed out of a local funny farm.
God. Oh, come on, darling. Come. Come on, darling. Come on, darling. Sit. I'll get water.
I'm okay. I just want to be alone and go to bed. I'm okay.
You're all right. Look at you. You can hardly stand.
Furry boy.
Really?
Just one more
Hey,
call.
well, that's not much, but I want to propose a toast. To the prettiest cop I know.
Oh.
Mr. Royster.
Oh, no, I don't want any more.
Are you sure you want to have one more?
I have had enough.
Not even for Mr.
No,
Royster?
she's right. She's absolutely right.
Give mine to the
she's
piano
enough is
player.
enough. No, I got to get her home. Are you sure,
Yeah, it's getting late. It was great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we got a job to do in
Had
the
a
morning.
good time.
Now, darling, please, if you're going to be worried about the baby being with me, I'll be insulted. In fact, I'll just be double insulted.
Miriam, if he keeps crying...
Darling, if he cries, I will know what to do. Believe me, I have been through this. Now, you just get here in the cab. That's wonderful, darling. Sit down. Be very comfortable and careful. That's it. St. Michael's fast, go. Baby, Mama's going to be all right.
The doors are open, Crowley.
So they are. Anyway, this one lady went to sleep in this room full of turpentine fumes, and she never woke up. She died.
She died?
Yeah, from internal combustion. She blew up.
I don't believe... What, are you having trouble?
Oh, I got a new lock. I'll open it in a minute.
Why'd you get a new lock? You were just getting good with the old one.
Now.
Now what?
Now then.
Saved again, Crowley.
Yeah, what is it?
Billy, calm down. It's not the duty officer.
Miriam, how's my favorite dynamite lady?
Well, except for the sinuses, fine. You?
Oh, I'm great.
And Pepper.
Pepper's great. In fact, she's right here in front of me right now.
Oh, you on a job?
Well, you might say that. I'm working on it. Let's put it that way.
Listen, Billy, I called because there's some big trouble with the neighbors next door. If Sylvester Silver was still alive, he'd be over there with his badge and gun so fast they wouldn't know from what. Listen, I hope I'm not disturbing you, huh?
No, it's fine, Miriam. What kind of trouble?
It was my fault. I was hassling my husband about something, and he got upset and...
Mm-hmm. He beat you up.
He slapped me a couple of times.
Mrs. Fayette has a slight concussion.
Can slapping do that?
He hit my head when I tripped over one of the baby's toys. Look, please understand something. I don't want to press charges like you call it. I just want to get back to my baby. Dr. Harper, I gotta get back home.
Shona, that's exactly what you said the last time, and I don't want to hear it again.
I just look bad. I'm really fine.
Shona, you go with the doctor right now.
Dr. Mansfield, report to X-ray.
Dr. Harper, aren't you a little bit tough on him?
Yeah, a lot tough. Because sometimes, naively, I even think it might penetrate. Yeah, I know, I'm a doctor. I shouldn't be smoking. But when these things happen, I just can't stand it.
The other times that she came in, was she this bad?
Yeah, sometimes she's worse. It's good to see the police around for a change.
Well, doctor, you can't come around if nobody calls us.
Look, she didn't even call us this time. We're really here in an unofficial capacity. I don't have to tell you, Doctor, wife beating is still one of the most unreported crimes in the country.
I know those statistics, and they sicken me. You think I'm being tough? Let me show you something.
Dr. Terry, report to obstetrics.
She came in just a little while ago. Her nose was broken in a little argument with her husband for the 3rd time this year. That's her husband down there. Take a look at him. An impeccably prestigious man who drinks too much and then goes for his wife's face. But let's stay with the women. Shona Fayette in there. Are you going to do something about her, or is it just the same old story? Is it really the old joke with you people? Do you still beat your wife?
Yeah, well, don't you guys have a box labeled domestic squabbles where you toss in a couple of dozen of these things every night and forget them?
We run a police department, Fayette, not a garbage dump.
Did my wife send you here to arrest me? Yes or no?
Nope.
No, she didn't call any cops. That means the old lady next door, right? Which doesn't mean a thing.
So why don't you just trot along, let me get back to work? Or, maybe you'd like to hang out and I can put in a good word with one of the girls.
Let me tell you something, Fred. I'll probably be seeing you again. Because you're the kind of punk who's either been in trouble or you're gonna be.
Hi. How are you feeling?
Better, thanks.
Good.
Dr. England?
Is that what you wait to ask me, or do I have to tell you again?
I waited to see how you were and to drive you home.
Oh, I can take a cab.
I can get you there faster.
Report to the desk.
There's a little boy waiting for you to come home and hold him in your arms. I can get you there faster than any cab. Okay, Shauna? Miriam tells me you have a terrific little boy.
Yeah, he's that all right.
What's his name?
Paul. Paul Kaife, that's his third. We call him Polly.
I bet he brings you a lot of happiness.
His father adores him.
How'd you meet?
Well, it was a little over 3 years ago when I first came out from Indiana. I got this job as a waitress, and he was playing a gig there. Man, I'm telling you, it was fast. In a few months, we were married. I couldn't hardly believe it. There we were, a 19-year-old farm girl and a confirmed bachelor music band.
I can just hear the violins.
For a minute, she even smiled. How did your meet go?
I went okay if you like creeps. Pep, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have Joe and Pete finish up the paperwork on the Bryant case. I'm gonna ask Parks if he'll let me follow up on this guy.
Yeah, but if the wife doesn't file, you'll have nothing to follow up on. Besides, it would go to divisional detectives.
Miriam's got very good instincts about these things. She's not a hysterical lady. Can't explain it. It's just that... I don't know. Wife beaters just aren't my favorite people. I know one thing. I don't like this guy.
What are you doing? Still up?
I couldn't really sleep. I thought you might like some breakfast.
No. I drove around for a while. I had some.
Baby. Why do you stay with me?
I wouldn't be anything without you.
I won't. I won't.
So?
I want you to know something, Mrs. Stein.
I've always believed in education. What?
I don't like what you did last night. Calling the police.
And?
And I want you to keep your nose out of my business and out of what happens in my house. My house, Mrs. Stein.
That it?
That's it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something, you good-for-nothing lowlife. Don't you start with me now or ever, do you hear? And I'll tell you something else. If you start that crazy business one more time, I'll knock you clean off your block.
So what did he say?
He left. What did he say? Miserable person.
Listen, Miriam. You think this guy could be into drugs?
Oh, I saw enough in my time when you and Saul were on Adnock. I don't think the guy is on any stuff. But I know for a fact that he doesn't drink. Can't. Shanna told me.
Here you go.
Oh, thanks, Don.
Hope you don't mind the bag.
Tea's tea?
Did the girl ever try to leave him?
No, she's crazy mad in love with him. Go figure that. But I will tell you this much. His own mother begged her to leave him.
When was that?
Oh, it was about 4 months ago. She'd come on a visit. Oh, a nice lady. Real nice lady. Emma's her name.
What happened, Miriam?
Oh, well, one night there was this big fight. Guess who? And the next morning, I'm out in the back hanging up the clothes, you know, and she comes out and gets in the car and starts to say goodbye to Shauna. Then I heard her ask her. No, she begged. She begged her to take the baby and come away with her.
But Shauna said no.
Yeah. She said something like, our wife's place is with her husband, you know, something like that.
Where'd the mother want to take her, do you know? You have any idea?
No. No, I asked her once, you know, small talk, where do you live, darling, that kind of thing. But she avoided answering like it was a big mystery.
She begged the girl to leave with her.
Yeah. Pale as this cup, practically crying.
No, I did not receive any message. Thank you very much.
What's up?
Been here 6 years and nobody knows I'm here.
Well, somebody knows you're here.
Yeah.
This sergeant asked me to drop this off for you. The boy delivered it about 10 minutes ago.
Hey, you seem...
It's been sniffed and scanned. It's fine.
Oh, thank you very much, Mary Lou.
Here's Peter. Think of me as you use this. Morning, noon, and night, or whenever. I adore you, Daphne.
I believe that's mine. Thank you kindly, Joe.
I thought we were partners.
Not in everything, my friend.
Husky musky.
I think I used to use that stuff.
Hey, Pete, Joe. Teletype Sacramento. Check out a Paul Fayette. Professional musician. He plays guitar at Pinky Martinez's club, the Concha Verde. Home address, 58 South Spring.
That's next door to where Saul Stein used to live.
Yep.
Is he the creep
He's
who...
the creep. Check it.
You got it.
When Paul's mother left, she was concerned about you, about the baby. We know that.
All right. Emma asked me to come back home with her for a little while, but she didn't beg. She just thought the change might do us all some good.
Where's home, Shauna?
It was Fresno, but she's moved since then, and we don't have a new address yet.
Shauna, could you sit for a minute?
Sure.
You're adorable. You know that? I say he's got your eyes.
Well, he's got his father's nose and jaw. This is Daddy's son.
Shauna.
Look, he's getting tired. I think I better
Shauna.
get back.
I want very, very much to help you. I want you to believe that. Things are very heavy right now between you and your husband. And if they get out of hand, I think you should know that there are places in this city, shelters, with confidential addresses. Nobody would know where you are, and they're there for counseling, they're there for company, and for safety. Your safety and your baby's. I don't know if you realize that men sometimes transfer their aggressions from their wives right to their children.
Sergeant Anderson, I can take care of myself. I can take care of my baby. And everything's going to be all right between Paul and me. I know that. I like you very much. But please, don't come around anymore.
Well, I pray that I won't have to. But just in case, let me give you my card. I'll put my home number on it. Please use it if you need it.
Here it is. Fayette Paul Guy.
No police record. Application for a liquor license 6 years ago. Background investigation shows he had a card with the Musicians Union at that time with an address at 201 Rand. Played at a club, the Rondo, for about a year. Lived at the Rand Street address for the same period of time with his wife, Elizabeth Fayette.
So there's her confirmed bachelor music man. Poor kids. Excuse us.
Oh, good afternoon. If you both fill out this form, we'll have you on your way together in a jiffy.
We're not here to get married.
Oh, well, I thought such an attractive couple like you.
Actually, I keep proposing, but she doesn't trust cops.
Cops?
We're here to check a license.
Here it is.
They applied July 2nd, 1974.
May we see that?
Sure.
Shona Ruth Nee Madison, never before married. Fayette Paul Guy. Never before married.
Well, he wasn't.
Then who is Elizabeth Fayette?
I don't know. Doesn't this computer of yours ever send you the wrong information?
Rarely.
Then this is one of the rare times.
If he had been married before, he would have told you. Is that it?
Of course he would. And I'm telling you, Sergeant Anderson, don't play games with my life and my marriage. Just please get out of here.
We don't play games.
Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone. Hello.
Hello, Shauna. It's Emma. How are you? You're all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure?
Really, Emma, I'm just fine. I just have a small headache.
Oh, I'm sorry. How's little Paulie?
He's fine, Emma.
And, my Paul?
His stomach's been acting up again. Other than that, he's okay.
Dear, listen. Why don't I drive down again, and we'll pick up the baby and go off together someplace.
I love you, Emma. But that's not gonna solve it. In the long run, we gotta solve it between us.
I know, but I do worry sometimes. I wish there was something I could do.
Emma, tell me something. Before Paul and I met...
What?
Did he, was he ever...
What? What is it?
Just some crazy thoughts.
But my men have done some more digging. There's a little town called Vieillos. It's about 60 miles north of the Bay Area here. Vieillos is the name of the town where Paul and Elizabeth Fayette moved after they left San Francisco. And where on 5 January 1972, Fayette filed a missing persons report on his wife. Desertion.
And nobody's seen or heard of her since, right?
You got it. I'm afraid that's about all we can do for you from up here.
Okay, thanks very much, Reichler. We appreciate your help.
No bother. Lots of luck.
Thanks. Okay, Pete, Joe, I want you both in Vieillos by morning.
Parks gonna spring for this?
You let me worry about Parks, okay?
Hasta luego. Y'all have fun.
Give me a call when you're set to go, okay?
Got it. I will.
Huh. What's my tired?
Tired, frustrated, and no thanks, the paint's dry.
What's the matter?
I'm scared for that girl.
Bills you've been hiding. I haven't been hiding any bills. There's over $200 worth of bills going on. I want to know why. Because the hospital I've been going to costs money, and the pills they've been giving me to keep me sane cost money. And I had to buy Molly a new stroller because you kicked the other one apart. Shut him up. Shut him up. I'm telling you, shut him up. Shut him up.
Yes?
Sergeant Anderson, this is Shauna. You gotta help me, please.
What's happened?
Well, somebody's gotta take us to one of those places, those shelters. Someplace, please.
Where are you now?
I don't know, a corner.
Well, isn't there a street sign?
Artist and Longworth.
Now, I know where that is. Now, wait for me. I'll be there in about 15 or 20 minutes. Wait for me, Shauna.
Okay.
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but my husband's on his way home. I've got to get this stew on the
Oh,
stove.
we definitely understand, Mrs. Leonard, for sure. We'll just ask a couple more questions and leave.
All right. But I don't know what else I'm going to be able to tell you about her. The local police haven't already.
Well, they told us that Elizabeth, her husband, and his mother were living together in a house near here. That one day in 1972, your friend disappeared. A week later, her husband files a missing persons on her. And a few days after that, both he and his mother were gone.
Mom, can I stop playing now?
May I? No.
Mrs. Leonard, do you know if Emma Fayette went with her son or where?
Look, I don't know anything about either of them. And I haven't heard from Elizabeth since she left.
Before she left, did she try to get in touch with you, say she was going?
No.
When exactly did you talk with her last or see her?
It's about a week before. At the hospital one morning. Cheney Medical. It's about 20 miles from here. Her husband had beaten her the night before.
Did she tell you this?
She reported it as an accident, but she told me. She called, asked me to come pick her up. I did. Oh, she wasn't in top physical condition. She had a concussion or a fracture. I don't remember which. Is that the same thing?
No. Oh, where did you drive her?
She wanted to go back home, so that's where I drove her. You know, I asked her, Liz, why do you keep asking for that kind of punishment from that maniac? I mean, you're liable to end up dead one of these days. Do you realize that?
What'd she say to that?
What would anybody say? If you can't make it work with the guy you're in love with, how are you going to make it work with the rest of the world?
Mom, I did it 100 times.
Make it 150 and get it done before Daddy gets home so he doesn't have to listen to that.
150?
Van Cliburn she'll never be.
Getting back to this disappearance, Mrs. Leonard, do you think that could be possible?
What?
Isn't it possible, Mrs. Leonard, that Elizabeth Fayette is dead?
Now, look. I don't even like to think about things like that. Now, I just don't. Now, you can see how busy I am. I don't have anything else to tell you. I mean, facts.
Louder, Pete. Pete, we got a bum connection. The Cheney what?
We're up at the county morgue in Cheney. We just checked with the coroner and gave him the description of Elizabeth Fayette. Age, weight, etc. They've exhumed a Jane Doe 3. Looks like a possible match. Found her skeleton about a week ago, 150 miles west of here by some hikers. And she was never identified. You know what I mean?
Yeah, anything else?
Yeah. Joe went to the hospital to pick up the x-ray on the possible skull fractures that the Fayette lady received about a week before she disappeared. Now, the records on the Jane Doe 3 lady show that she had 2 fractures, one more severe than the other, both which might have been caused by the fall in that ravine or might have been inflicted.
Yeah, one of them might be a week older than the other one.
Right. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, well, wait it out and see fast, Pete, and then get your butt back down here. Some woman named Daphne phoned in, no last name. Said she wants you to meet her Saturday night at the Holly Hotel, room 309, 10 o'clock. Is that famous Madam X of yours?
Ms. X. Times are changing, Mr. Crowley. How about Pepper? Did she come up with anything?
I don't know yet. She's out tossing her weight around.
Hi.
Hi.
Since you're a ginger ale freak, too, mind if I join you?
Come on in. How do you know I haven't slipped any absinthe in here?
Absinthe? That's,
What makes the heart grow fonder?
Oh, that's bad. Real bad. Gorgeous guitar. That's beautiful.
Thanks. My name's Paul. What's yours?
Mickey.
You like it here?
Oh, So far, so fair. But I'm always jittery on first night, so it'll be okay.
You're doing great.
See, you're married, and you have a wife who checks in about this time every night to see if you're with the blonde.
Well, I'm married, but she's off on a vacation with our kid.
Doing something fascinating like visiting your folks or her folks.
No, she's in San Diego with friends.
You're not from San Diego.
No?
I'd say more like San Francisco.
You're pretty good.
I take after my mother. Do you know what my dad used to do? He used to bring home a whole bunch of guys and say, okay, guys, talk. And Emma would figure out where they were from practically every time.
No, that's funny.
No, she really could.
No,
I'm serious.
no, Emma. That's my mother.
Yours, too?
Yeah, that's my mother's name. We ginger ale, Emma, we got a lot in common. Kind of makes us compatible or something.
Yeah. Now, if you tell me she lives in Minneapolis like my mother now, I'm going to freak out.
No, not Minneapolis.
Where?
Oh, far north. God's country. Time.
Hey, what'd you bring? Midnight snack?
Oh, no, it's something I picked up on my way to work antique shop. See?
I love her. That's what your wife's gonna say.
It's from my Emma. See, when I was a kid, she had one exactly like this, and one day my father broke it, smashed her head. Accidentally, but Mom started crying, and I promised her I'd get her another one someday.
You gonna try to take it up to her?
I can't get away. I'll mail it if I can find a way to keep her from getting broken again.
You'll find a way. Showtime.
Elizabeth Fayette. One skull fracture. A week before she's reported missing.
Jane Doe 3, with an exactly matching fracture.
With this additional fracture. Gives me a headache just looking at it. So the additional one's more severe, right, Doc?
Oh, yes. Much more severe.
So do we move in on him now?
There's no way, we can't.
He might have killed that woman.
That's right, but we got no case, Pepper. You know that any smart lawyer, all he's going to do is tell a jury that she got that second fracture when she took a fall into a ravine. We just got no case. You better get back in there.
We need the mother.
We got Joe and Pete on it.
Body had been found in a ravine by a party of hikers and was never identified before its burial. Police are reportedly checking into the whereabouts of another woman who may be an accessory to the possible homicide. The victim is believed to have died on or about January 1st, 1972, the result of a brutal beating. Meanwhile, police are asking that if there's any information regarding the dead woman, it be phoned into them at this local number, 555-4321. I repeat, if you have any information regarding this incident, call 555.
Dad?
Yes. We got the word night before last. The body was positively identified.
We put out a bulletin upstate, hoping your mother-in-law would contact us as a possible link to this thing. She hasn't yet.
Sergeant Crowley. She's his mother.
Yeah, I know that. Shauna.
I mean, you can't really expect a woman to turn in her own son.
Shauna, we're talking about another woman here. I'm talking about his first wife, whose dead body was dumped in a ravine 4 years ago.
You know where Emma Fayette can be located. You've got to tell us. We need your help.
I don't know where she is.
Shauna.
Please believe that. He told me once that he didn't want me to have her phone number, and he must have told her the same thing because she never gave it to me.
Well, did you ever ask her for it?
Yes, once, when she phoned, and she just changed the subject. I don't know where she is.
Yeah, who is it?
Oh, it's me, Mickey.
Hi.
Hi. No, correction. I came to say goodbye.
Goodbye. You just got here. Come on in. Let me get us something to drink.
Terrific. Thanks.
So you're, splitting?
Yeah, me and my twinkle toes. Let's face it, that club is the pits, especially financially. I can make nearly that much at unemployment without having to bust my fanny. And I got an offer for a better job, so I'm off.
Off where?
Portland. Never been there?
Yeah, a couple of times. City of Roses.
City of a new disco. A friend of mine just opened one. He wants me to manage it for him. It's a good deal. Well, it's worth a try at least. Before I go, I wanted to tell you that you are the only decent person I met at Pinky's place. So, here. I brought you a present for your kid. I forget whether you said it was a boy or a girl.
Boy.
Well, it's a teddy bear. It's nothing original, but
He'll dig it. You know something, Mickey? I'm gonna miss you.
That's nice to hear. You are a decent guy. Thank you.
How about that ginger ale before you take off? One for old time's sake.
Perfect.
Looks like we're all out of it.
It really is beautiful. It's gorgeous. As long as you haven't mailed it yet. This is only about 2 miles out of my way when I go north. Paul, why don't you let me drop it off at your mother's? I'd love to see the expression on her face when she opens it. Yes.
Miss Emma Fayette?
Mrs. Fayette, it's for your son's good.
It's hard for me to believe that, Sergeant.
Paul needs help. He may have been responsible for the death of one woman, and he is certainly a danger to his own family, to Shauna, and to your grandson.
I was asleep that night.
In the house up in Vieillos.
Yes.
What happened? What happened?
I heard some sounds from the living room. And I woke up.
What kind of sounds?
Someone screaming.
Your daughter-in-law, Elizabeth? Was your son in the room with her at the time?
Yes.
How do you know that?
I got up to see what was happening. And Paul was...
Was what? Paul was what, Mrs. Fayette?
He was beating her. And I called out to him to stop, and he didn't seem to hear me. And then suddenly Elizabeth was on the floor. She had fallen back and hit her head against the table. And she was lying there unconscious.
Unconscious? Or dead, Mrs. Fayette?
She was dead.
Fayette, you want to come down from there, please? I'd like to talk to you.
What's going on, Mickey?
I'm not Mickey. I'm a police officer.
That's right. Yeah, you want to step down, please?
Would my wife bring charges?
No, we talked with your mother. You're under arrest for the murder of Elizabeth Fayette. So would you step down, please? Hold her right there. That's the end of the trip, pal.
We've lived with this for a long time, Paul. And I knew it had to come out eventually.
This is Fayette. If you need us, we'll be outside.
This is a nightmare. Just like all the other nightmares. Like when your father used to beat me, and you used to be standing there watching sometimes. You do remember. And I would think to myself, well, at least this would teach my little boy never to do things like that to anyone he loves. But I never talked to you about it. And maybe I should have. I was so ashamed. I wanted to keep what was happening from anyone finding out. And I did a bad thing to you. I'm so sorry. That officer, that lady officer, gave me the little doll. You got me.
Hello! Hello, hello! Hello, my darlings. Hello, hello. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look how big he's gotten.
In a week, right?
Yeah, you can go in a week. Oh, and Shauna, it's so good to see you, darling. It's good. All right, now listen. Come on, everybody. Let's go inside now, huh? And then, Billy, then you'll come over to my house and you'll bring over the sandwiches I made, huh?
Sweetheart, I'm with you.
I don't know if I can go back in there.
Was your home, darling?
It was.
Look, Shauna, I've lost a husband, and you've lost one in kind of a way. But you know what I think? God and time, they both help heal. Enough for us to carry on. You know what I mean?
Would you like us to come in for just a little while? Bill makes a great pot of coffee.
Would you like that?
No, I think I have to go in by myself and be alone with my son.
Well, you've got Miriam, and you've got Bill and me, so if you ever need us to help you over the rough spots, you call us, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
Hello, Peter.
Mary Lou?
I happen to have a middle name. Daphne. I've been waiting a very long time for this.
You have? We certainly have a remarkable way of getting dates. You don't think I got too much of this, husky-musky on it?
You smell divine.
I can smell it in here.
What happened here? When I make commander or something?
Peter, don't you remember the date? What? 7 fun-filled years with CCU. Huh?
Maybe you'd rather forget it. Congratulations.
Thank you, Pepper. And you. Peter, I can't live without you, no matter
Don't talk, you fool. Come here. I'll take what's left.
Shake it! Round and round, like a living roulette wheel. What'd you say your name was again, honey?
Stop it! Let go!
What's the problem?
They're trying to rape me, man!
It was the same during the war. To suspect the traitors, red paint like blood on windows, doors. I don't like it.
All right, now move.
Well, okay, fine. All right, Pete, but listen, if you and Joe aren't here by 8 o'clock, we eat without you. 8 o'clock sharp. Ready or not? That ought to do it. I missed the punchline.
Oh, you were the punchline. I'm just telling Lance about your graduation ceremony from the academy.
Oh. I picked up my certificate, gave a snappy salute, spun around and fell flat on my butt. And, well, it was a riot. I won't forget. He won't let me forget it, this creep. Wasn't that funny?
It was hysterical.
Something smells good in that kitchen.
Well, I hope so. It's baked ham and hoe cakes. His mom taught me how to make them.
Rookie, have you got your first assignment yet?
Oh, yeah, Bill. See, the brass decided before promoting me to lieutenant that I should start out on a little bit of foot duty first. So the first thing Monday morning, I'll be walking Webster Heights with a guy named Mike Hershey. He's been walking that beat for 20 years. So I should learn a lot from him. You guys know him?
Hershey, no, I don't think so. But I know Webster Heights. And ethnic purity's running pretty high down there since that school thing started.
You be careful, you hear me?
Pepper, Mom sure taught you good. Don't worry, I'll be careful.
If she were alive today, she'd really be proud of you, Lance.
How about a toast to that special lady?
A toast to Gail Johnson, one of the first policewomen in the department. My teacher, a lot of the times. My inspiration, in fact. But most of all, to a great lady.
Come on, baby. Shake it. Shake it. Round and round like a little roulette wheel. What'd you say your name was again, honey? Oh, man. Can't you do nothing but giggle?
She sure can move it.
Yeah. And for that, she gets the door prize. How about it, honey? You like? She likes.
He probably ripped it off.
He did.
Tony, do you have to keep bringing him up here? He spooks me.
Okay, no. Hey, promise him Tony boy, okay? Hey, now look, tomorrow morning after you get out of church, you know what we're gonna do?
I gotta drive to San Diego to see my folks, remember? I promised them after they moved once a week.
Oh, you'll be back Tuesday.
Yeah, my boss says Mondays are kind of slow anyhow.
Well, that means we gotta make up for lost time, right?
Tony, can't you get rid of them?
Hey, come on, baby. We're the only two here.
Okay, remember, whenever you need us, we'll be around, all right? Take it easy. Well, the score so far is 6-all. What? Well, we've been in 12 stores so far. I got 6 nice smiles and 6 no smiles.
You know something, Johnson? That idea of yours about going in and saying hello to everybody is for the birds.
It's right out the manual, Hershey. First day on a new beat, introduce yourself.
I thought you were going to college these days. What are you studying for? Chief of sanitation?
Lose yourself in Palu, okay?
Well, we get less and less smiles for every foot we walk.
Well, if you just keep on smiling, eventually the whole world will smile with you.
Oh, a philosopher, too, huh? That Pudge.
Yeah.
Why don't you go down and check out the rest of the stores in the block? I gotta go in here and have a little talk with a friendly.
Hey, I'd like to get in on that.
Oh, no. You won't talk in front of anybody else. So why don't you go ahead and I'll meet you at the call box, okay?
Okay.
Hey, look, you guys. Our new neighborhood cop. Carry me back to old Virginia.
I just wanted to drop in and say hi. Name's Lance Johnson.
I'm Adamus Taras, Officer Johnson. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thanks a lot.
This is my friend, Henry Carrell. Tries to beat me at gin when I take a break. Tries.
Good to meet you, Mr. Carroll.
Larry, this is Officer Johnson, new on the beat. This is my son, Larry.
Hey, good to meet you, Larry.
Goes to medical school.
That's pre-med, Pop. I'm a freshman over at City.
Hey, well, you're on your way, man.
Right. A few years from now, I get a headache. All I got to do is call my kid at the hospital, and he will say,
take an aspirin.
Hey, it's been good meeting you both. And you too, Mr. Carroll.
Lance.
Hi, Pepper.
How's it going?
Hey, great. Except for the old Tootsies, like Mom used to say. But I think they'll make it.
Is Hersey a good partner?
Yeah, he's a real good guy.
He better be.
Eat your hearts out. Now, what did I do to deserve all this?
I'm a pushover for auspicious debuts. Sue me. Now, don't baby those Tootsies.
Okay.
Hold it. Hey, what'd you bring me here for?
There's a Rolls Royce we want to show you. Right, guys?
Right.
Yeah?
What, that thing? Look, I'm not in the mood now, you know? But if you have some grass lewds, you know.
Hey, Larry. What's this, night class, man?
Just once a week. Listen, this has got to be your 10th day on the beat.
No, 8th day. I started last Monday.
Well, you still haven't been in for a cup of coffee yet, and my father's starting to get his feelings hurt.
Well, maybe I can come in tomorrow night, all right?
You've got it.
I told you I'm not going in there. Now let go of me. You're hurting me. Please, let go of me. Stop it. Let go.
What's the problem?
They're trying to rape me, man, and they're dumb jalopy.
All right, you three, palms down on the hood of the car. Come on, move it, move it.
Come on, man. Get up against that car.
Okay, now what happened?
Hey, what do you mean, what happened?
Now, you said these guys tried to rape you.
Hey, man, how long you been a cop? Can't you see I was just shucking you?
All right, now get out of here. All right, turn around. Slow. What's your name?
Frank and Palu.
And you?
Tony Yano.
And yours?
Jonas. Maury Jonas.
You three live around here?
Where do you think we live? Sierra Vista?
Now, okay, you live here. But this is my neighborhood now, too. I'm going to spend 8 to 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. So we might as well start off on the right foot. Now, shove off.
What did you do to him? What did you do? Call for an ambulance.
We called an ambulance. 14A43. Beat officer down in the alley, west of Haskell.
There is one of them. Jonas!
Hey, man!
I don't care about your... I know the other. Llano and Empalu. Tony Llano, Frank Empalu.
Such a nice boy. He was in my shop.
Yeah, listen, have we got any ABC violations on that bar?
Dr. Frank Gluskin, please report to the information desk.
You sure the owner's reliable? That's the way we go then.
Dr. Mike Besser.
Okay, Captain. Thanks.
Third floor, please.
Yeah, we hope so, too. How is he?
He's still in a coma. They found a blood clot on the brain. They're going to have to operate, but they don't know if it's safe yet or not.
Dr. Robert Kroll, please call the nurse's station.
Did you get through to Parks?
Yeah. IED's into this thing. Lance's partner claimed he went in to have a meeting with an informant. The bar owner said he came in for a drink, that he's a steady customer.
We're on this.
We're on it. I'm gonna call Pete and Joe.
I told you. I know. But you tell us again, Jonas.
I was there, in that alley, flirting with some tramp, yeah. So what? Wasn't me touched the cop, sent him against the telephone pole.
Well, who did? Llano? Empalu? Who?
I don't know.
That's very strange. You were there. How come you don't know?
I was on my bike. It was dark. They were standing in front of me, and both of them were swinging, but I don't know who sent him
Against the pole? Hmm? Well, where are they? Do you know that?
No.
Tony Llano has a girlfriend, one Lisa Vilno. Where is she?
San Diego. She goes weekends. Well, maybe she's back by now.
Look, Sergeant Anderson, I just got back from San Diego. The freeway traffic was really heavy. I've got to get to work.
Yes, well, I understand all that. I'll only take a few minutes of your time. Now, Miss Vilno, when was the last time you saw Tony Llano?
Saturday night.
Where?
We went to a drive-in movie, us and some friends.
And Palu and Jonas, right?
Well, you seem to know.
With a couple of girls?
One girl, and Palu's.
Have you seen or heard from Tony Llano since then?
I said it. I just got in, and I didn't know he was involved in any kind of trouble till right now.
I'd like to talk to the other girl and Paulu's date. Saturday night.
Sergeant Anderson, I don't know her name. I swear that to you. She was a pickup. She was a one-night stand. And besides, nobody who goes out with that baboon goes out with him more than once. Look, it's getting late. My boss is...
All right. I've asked my questions. You've answered them.
From what I hear, that cop tripped and banged his head. Nobody pushed him.
And who did we hear that from?
Look, if you don't mind, Investigator Stiles, I've got to get my kid to school. Private school.
We want to thank you, Mr. Tarash, for identifying the assailants.
I only did what I had to do. And, I'm sorry about the officer. I pray for him.
We all are.
How is he?
He's critical, still unconscious.
Mr. Tarash, Larry, we'd like to know if you have any idea where they might be.
Janu and Palu? No, we don't know. And it's your job to find them, not ours. Am I correct?
Well, yes, but you will get in touch with us if you hear anything. Please? Larry, okay?
Sure, Sergeant Anderson.
You know the boys.
We all went to school together. Me and them. Janu's girlfriend, Lisa.
Lisa Villeneuve?
That's right.
All of you, if you get any information, we'd like it passed on to us. You understand?
Sergeant Crowley and Anderson. It's better you go now. I have a business here. My son has to help me and then go to school, so please.
Thanks again for yesterday. You might have saved his life.
Thanks.
Franklin Paulu's mother?
Yes, sir.
No, I have not seen her for 2, maybe 3 years. I want to apologize for the way some of these people here are treating all of this. Not caring that an officer lies in a hospital, hurt.
Excuse me, Mr. Janu. I'm sorry to trouble you. Sergeant Crowley with the police department. I'd like to talk to you about your son.
If we knew where our Tony was, we wouldn't be here begging for his safety, Sergeant. Please leave us alone.
Dr. Escobar, any test, please. Dr. Escobar, any test,
Pepper?
Any word?
Well, Bill's checking out now. And that operation took over 7 hours.
Talked to Parks a little while ago. The Jonas kid read it out.
The what?
Neighborhood lawyer swung it. Cost about $1,000. From what we hear, his parents and some of the neighbors got the money together.
Great. People scream for law and order, then when we show up, half of them spit in our face.
Dr. Burroughs, please call 125 West. Dr. Burroughs, please call 125 West. Dr. Burroughs.
How'd it go, Bill?
They don't know yet. He,
May not make it.
So I sneak into this graduate class, and the doctor, Zilicic, he's Polish, but he sounds just like Uncle Vigo, you know? The most important gland in the endocrine system is the pituitary gland, otherwise known as the hypophysis. What's the matter, Pop?
Nothing. Nothing's the matter. Except yesterday we were down to only 30 customers. 30. And today, all day, how many? 19.
Why, Larry? Why? When I only did what was right to do.
Pop. Pop, these things pass. Do you know what Mark Twain said once?
Who?
The great American humorist.
Yeah.
He said, when angry, count 4. When very angry, count 4 and swear. So come on. Loosen up, swear a lot. Then wait and see. They'll all be back, business as usual. Pop?
Okay. You're the smart one. I'll swear. 1, 2. This is stupid.
Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it!
What is it, Pop?
It was the same in my village during the war. To suspect the traitors, red paint like blood on windows, doors, even on people. Their bodies, their hair. I don't like this, Larry. I don't like it.
Sergeant Sanderson and Crowley. Why don't we call them?
No, it's too late now. Yeah, tomorrow morning I will call.
I'm gonna clean that off, Pop.
No, no, no. I'll take care. You go up to bed. I'll be up.
Hello? What is it, Bill? Is it Lance? What? Oh, no.
3858, okay, 7.
All right, what do you got?
There's no signs of attempted robbery. The assailant obviously broke into a rear transom.
Neighbors said they heard a motorcycle stop about a block from here around 3:15, then split about 10, 11 minutes later.
Let's go. All the preliminaries done?
Yeah, but I can't get the father away from the son.
Mr. Tarash, please, Mr. Tarash.
I was asleep upstairs. I heard the noise. Thought it was the cat. Heard another noise. Came downstairs, like my Larry did before me. He was here. Like this.
That's right.
Sleep. Sleep, sleep, my boy. Dream of your mama. Of her smile when she'd see you. Remember?
Get away from my boy!
Please, Mr. Tarash. It has to be done this way.
Let's go lie down, Mr. Tarash.
I'll stay with him for a while.
Pete? Joe, drag that Jonas kid out of bed and bring him in again. And if he's not in bed, then you find him. Jonas. Maury Jonas.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, well, he's involved in this case we're working on. See, we questioned him again this morning. He told us that this man Impalo, Frank Impalo, was hiding out here in your place. You recognize this guy?
Impalo, is that his name?
Impalo.
He told me his name was Frank Brown. That's what Ross thought it was, too. Come in, won't you sit down? Have a cup of coffee. Say, the first night he moved here, he went right from room 7 to the room of mirrors, as I call it. That's Roz's room. Pardon me, Rosalinda Bonebright.
Excuse me, who is Rosalinda Bonebright?
Oh, she's a long-standing tenant here. Must be pushing 50, either end. And rich. She knows this is the kind of place she can find herself young studs by the barrel. And this last one was this Brown or Impalo or whatever you want to call him. You like cookies. I love them. I'll get you one.
Are either one of them here now?
No. She told me that they were going on a little trippy about an hour ago.
Did she say where?
Oh, I don't know. North, south, east, or west. If I was a compass, her little trippies would drive me cuckoo. All I know is they left for somewhere in her car.
What kind of a car does she drive?
Oh, I don't know. One of those English big jobs. You'll have to ask one of the other tenants.
My son, you didn't really know him.
No.
He was such a beautiful boy. Such a beautiful boy.
Mr. Terrace, you can't go on like this. You've got to try to get some rest. Now, please.
I can't.
Come on.
I can't.
Yes, you can try. Come on.
You didn't know my boy.
I can't imagine what it's like losing a child. It's one of the hardest things about being a cop is seeing children die.
I wish it would have been. I wish it would have been me.
If it had, what would you want for Larry? To go on living, right? Wherever he is, that's what he wants, for you to go on living.
First my wife, now my boy.
How's Tarash?
Much better when I left him.
Good. Listen, the Impalo kid.
Yeah, Pete told me.
Yeah?
He left this morning with a woman. Does it check out?
It checks out with her and all regarding young male Caucasians, yeah. We put out a broadcast on the car, nothing on him yet, but I got this from intelligence. 3 years ago, Mrs. Erna Impalo, age 36, divorcee, suffered a nervous breakdown. Was admitted to the Goodvale State Sanitarium under her maiden name, Spoller. One day, about a year later, she phoned her son, Francis, asked him to come visit her. He arrived, they got into an argument in her room. He hit her several times, then ran. That night, the woman committed suicide.
Francis. Frank. Well, that's Frank Impalo. Why didn't any of this show up in his juvenile jacket?
Because it was filed under her maiden name, Spoller, not Impalo.
Pepper?
Yeah.
Bill? They want us at the hospital. Lance.
And may God give him a merciful judgment and forgive all his sins. And may Christ, the Good Shepherd, lead him safely home to be with God our Father. And may he be happy forever with all the saints in the presence of the eternal King.
Wait! Before you carry him away from me, from this house of God, let me speak to some of these mourners who've come here to pray for my son. Let me remind you how you helped to kill my boy. No, none of you put the knife into his body. But the one who did, the seeds of a small mind of bigotry, of evil, the seeds of too many of you are in him who did it. And know this, those of you, and you know who, and never forget this. I, Adam Starash, I hate you for all the love and understanding and caring inside him, inside his soul. I hate you with all of mine. With all my soul!
Mr. Talbot, please.
Pity us, the poor children of Eve. To thee we send up our sighs, mourning, and weeping in this vale of tears. Amen.
Lisa.
This is a church.
Yes.
And I don't intend to answer any of your questions here or anywhere I told you.
I know what you told me. Now what I want to know is, have you seen Tony Yano recently?
No.
Do you know if he was back in the neighborhood the other night, Friday?
No.
Lisa, this is not something...
Look, I can't help you. If I knew anything, I would, but I don't. Listen. It's Frank and Paula you should be after. Because if anybody I know killed Larry, it was him. He's an animal. You ask anybody.
Thank you. Then I went around to where she works, where she used to live with her parents. Talked to about a dozen girls who know her and Yano. Same thing. She's obviously very hung up on the guy.
Well, I'm all for young love. But does she know where he is?
And?
Come on, Pepper, what do you think? I mean, what's your gut instinct?
I just don't know on this one.
Okay. Pete, Joe, put around-the-clock watch on this girl, beginning right now, okay? Yeah, Crowley. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. No, we know how to get there. We'll see you in 20 minutes, Miss Bonebright.
Bonebright, young male Caucasians.
Just back from San Francisco, just flew in. Wants to talk to us about Frankie Impalo.
Now, I don't want you both to think that I normally travel with boys. It's simply that I...
We are not interested in the ages of your companions, Miss Bonebright.
You're very, rude. Sergeant Snapper, is it?
If you will just answer the questions, we are investigating a murder, not a missing jar of cold cream.
We headed north toward San Francisco in my Bentley. Custom 75, black, sunroof. We made a few stops along the way. And, of course, last night we arrived in Sausalito, a motel. The Bay Arms. Not cheap. This morning, when I woke up, that freak was gone. So was my car, my purse, my credit cards, and my cash. Fortunately, I knew the motel manager, and he gave me the cash to fly back here.
Friday night, you were here together, weren't you? Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
All night. Is there a chance that he might have left at one point?
Look, I'm not a heavy drinker, but that particular night was a vodka night, and I did go into a very deep sleep. He was here when I went to bed, and he was here when I woke up. But in between time, yeah, there's a possibility. He could have left this place. He could have gone out.
Miss Boombright, did he talk to you about the trouble he was in?
That business about the black cop and being fingered? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, he talked a lot about that. With blood in his eyes, my dear.
Hello? Where are you?
A cabin, nobody at home. I guess they use it for weekends. The cops. Lisa, they talk to you again?
Yes.
You say anything?
No, I didn't.
I want you to meet me, baby. Meet me here in a little while. We'll go away together, somewheres, you and me.
But, Tony...
What?
Well, why don't you call the police first and just clear all this up?
Hey, come on. You gotta know it. I can't do anything till they pick up Frankie and get him to confess. And there's that cop still in the hospital, huh? And they aren't exactly gonna treat me too nice to go walking in there. Now, look, if you don't want to come away with me, well, at least be with me one more time. Come on, Lisa.
She doesn't look like she's going to work to me.
We're on Rayburn approaching Linden.
We'll take Clive.
We'll cut through Clive and meet up with you.
Right.
Okay, we're right behind you, Pete. Looks like she's heading for the freeway, Joe.
It's his eye, bumped it.
I hit my head on it. Dead.
Pete, are you all right?
No, I'm fine. Yeah, sure you are. Listen, Joe.
Yeah.
Call in for a sheriff's medic, will you, and stay with him, okay?
Yeah, and I'll check and see if there's a chop in the area.
Good. Get that truck out of here, will
12
you?
by
We're
52 to
police
Central.
12 by 52, go ahead.
12 by 52. The ground air support, code 2, in the vicinity of Harvard Boulevard.
going to 12Y50. We've just spotted a green Pinto parked in front of a cabin on Barras Road. Could be it. Repeat, Barras Road.
Tony? Tony!
I'm glad you came.
Yeah, I guess I had to.
Why?
Because I love you. And it's empty without you. Kind of scary.
Why scary? You didn't tell him anything.
That's right.
But you know I was around that night.
Well, so what? You were with me. You didn't kill Larry.
I don't know if I could really trust you. I hate to do this, Lisa. You're really a nice kid. I gotta take care of you now. The way I handled that cop. And Tarash. I thought it was his old man who came down. He's the snitch I was really after. The same flesh and blood. What the hell, huh? Or I'll put this knife right through your liver. Now drop the gun. All right, now move. Come on. All right, get in the car. All right, now move.
Bill! Bill!
Where's Pepper? Isn't she coming?
Yeah, she'll be over a little later. She had to go over to see Mr. Tarash, tell him what happened.
Oh, that was a great son he had. Good kid.
Yeah.
Pete, he okay?
Yeah, Pete's gonna stop by with Joe. Pete wants to match stitches with you.
So I guess the doc told you about me, huh?
No, what?
My left leg. I'm not exactly gonna qualify for the Olympics for the next few months. But as soon as it's moving right again, I've requested to go back on foot duty. Back to the same neighborhood.
Webster Heights?
Yeah?
Man, you're a glutton for punishment.
No, I'm gonna show him what a good cop is. A damn good cop.
With all your charming ways and your simpatico, you just better... you just better stay out of dark alleys.
Jan? I wouldn't have thought him. A good young child, good parents. But you never know.
I saw the for sale sign downstairs.
Yes. I'm going to sell. I can't even walk into the shop anymore.
Let's stay in touch.
I'll remember you. That's how we'll keep in touch, okay?
I have to get to the hospital.
The young officer is going to be okay?
Thank God, yes, he'll be all right.
Sergeant Anderson, I want you to know that when you were with me here, that terrible day, that wasn't just a cop sitting here talking to me. That was a woman. Very special woman. And I thank her.